Hi, everybody. I'm Debbie Belaus with Feel Good Qigong, and I am an Qigong instructor. Primarily, I teach to an older population, someone over the age of 50, although Qigong can be practiced, these practices can be done by anyone. But I particularly like that age group because I'm in that age group. I relate to that age group. I know what the body feels like after the age of 50. So that is kind of my population that I typically teach to. But today, what I want to talk about is functional movement. So, functional movement, how does that relate to Qigong? Well, Qigong is an energy based practice. And one thing that I've noticed as I'm aging, also with my students, that we lose some functional movement because as we get older, we're not moving our bodies in many different directions. We tend to be pretty linear, which is not a good thing because the body, parts of the body go dormant. And one of the things that go dormant is your coordination. And we need that coordination. We need those proprioceptors to be very reactive to different situations. We need to be able to turn around very quickly. We need to be able to go from side to side very quickly. We need to be able to walk properly. We need to be able to get in and out of chairs. And although that sounds like, yeah, but it happens. We lose that functionality especially in our proprioceptors. So what are proprioceptors? Proprioceptors are signals in the body that help you navigate your place in space. You'll notice when a baby is born, they swaddle them right away because they're flaring. Their arms are going, their legs are going. They don't know their place in space yet. They just came out of the womb. They're in this very tight atmosphere environment. Now they're out there. So we wrap them so they don't hurt themselves. Something starts to wane in our body as we're aging. These are things they're kind of places of decline that we really need to pay attention to. And one of them is the proprioception. So we kind of lose our sense of space and we start to kind of flare a little bit when we're getting, kind of don't know how to move in our bodies and in our environment. And that's a recipe for falling. So I'm going to show you some things that you can activate those proprioceptors first, and then we do some functional movements to help the body get used to these movements. And you want to try to do this on a daily basis. It's kind of waking up your GPS system. You know what most of us know what a GPS system is. You know, you plug it in, you turn it on, it tells you where to go. Our proprioceptors are our own internal GPS. We have to turn them on, we have to power them up, and we have to make sure on a daily basis that we're really doing this. So it will prevent any kind of falling. It also helps with fogginess. Like if you're feeling foggy, a lot of that is also not feeling your environment and you just feel kind of out of sorts. It's not a good feeling. So come join me. This is, most people can do this. If you need to do it sitting, you can easily do the sitting as well. Just modify it for sitting. But let's get started. So we're just going to start with activating a little bit of the proprioceptors of the skin. There's some proprioceptor sites in the body that are highly, like they're your stations of high proprioception. It's the palms of the hands. And when you think about it, we're touching everything during the day, right? It's the bottoms of your feet because we're touching the earth all the time. And it's also around the mouth and the lips because we're always eating, so those are high points of proprioception. So we're going to activate that right away. The best way to do this, the easiest way to do this, and if this is all you did, this will get you started in the right direction, no pun intended. But I'm going to rub my hands together because this is a highly activated site of the palms of the hands. And then you just kind of stomp the feet to activate the soles of your feet, that other proprioceptor site, highly charged area. So we're starting to power up our GPS. And then the other place that you're going to tap is around the mouth and your lips. So around the mouth and your lips. So you kind of go from rubbing the hands, stomping the feet, and tapping around the mouth and the lips. So we'll just do this for a little bit of time. So you're powering up your GPS system, getting ready for your directional movement, that functional movement, directional movement that we're going to do, and also get you ready to start your day, especially if you're going to have a busy day and you're going to be in and out of a car. Even if you have a busy day in just feeling this proprioception activity, even being in your home. And then we'll go around the lips again, on the lips. And then we're going to cross over, a little bit of coordination here. So we tap the hand and slap the knee. We're still activating the palms. We're still activating the feet. And now we're adding a little bit of coordination. This is called a crossover. And crossovers are really good for the brain because we have a right side of the brain that works the left side of your body. The left side of the brain works the right side of your body. What happens is, continue doing this as I'm speaking, there's a crossover right here. And if we're very linear, we're not moving the energy in any other directions, it gets dull. So just crossing over makes a really big difference in how you navigate your place in space. And breathe. Breathing is a whole nother subject, but you don't want to hold the breath in anything that you do. So we're breathing. So I'm talking and I'm breathing and I'm moving. That's really good for coordination and activating proprioception. Then shake that out, squeeze one shoulder, cross that line of energy over to the other side, squeeze your shoulder and cross that energy over to the other side. Now we're going to start some functional movement now that we've woke up our GPS system. We're going to, it's kind of like Simon says when you're a little kid, Simon says, touch your head. Simon says, touch your toes. It's kind of similar. So we're going to touch your head, touch your shoulders, touch your hips, touch your knees, touch your toes, up, touch your toes, touch your knees, your hips, shoulders, and head. Shoulders, hips, knees, and toes. Toes, knees, hips, shoulder, and head. Head, shoulders, hips, knees, and toes. We'll do a little quicker. Toes, knees, hips, shoulders, head. Head, shoulders, hips, knees, and toes. Toes, knees, hips, shoulders, head. And then we're going to pop it up. Little jump, head, shoulders, hips, knees, and toes. Toes, knees, hips, shoulders, head. Pop it up, head, shoulders, hips, knees, and toes. A couple of more. Work at your own pace here and see if you can do it on your own. If you're struggling with it, that means you need to do this more often. So you get used to just kind of touching your body, how it feels in space, and recognizing, maybe there's a little bit of decline. It doesn't take long to gain that back. When we lose something, we can restore it. And that's the beauty of this practice. You might not gain it fully, but you can definitely gain it. And if you don't use it, you definitely lose it. And then we'll do one more and then release. I'm going to do another one just going from side to side. So let's go from side to side. Now, you can do little ones if you want. You can start here, just going from side to side. You want to have this kind of, flexibility to be able to get out of the way. Have you ever walked down a street or you're in an airport and there's somebody coming at you and you're like, you got to go somewhere because they're going to come at you? You want to have that functional movement ready to go. It involves your inner thigh muscles. So there's other things you can do for that, but we're staying with this functional movement. Now we're going to go in a circle. So keep your eyes soft. Keep your gaze forward. If you need to look around the room for anything that might be in your way, then you definitely can do that. But you don't want to be constantly looking down. You want to get used to moving by looking straight ahead and using your peripheral vision to see all around you. So again, functional movement, getting used to moving in many different directions. Then we're going to pop it a little bit. So you go from side to side, little jump here, little pep in your step. Being able to lift that one foot off the floor. So you're standing on one foot at a time. Very important for your functional movement, moving throughout your day. And you can add a little bit more if you want, maybe raise the arms up overhead. So now you've got a little bit more coordination going from side to side. And then we'll release that down. Let's shake it out a little bit. We're going to do another one. You're just going to move the arms forward and back. Just move them forward and back. Then we're going to kick one leg up, kick the other one, or you can lift the knee up, whatever you prefer. I'm going to kick for most of this, but you can do what's good for you. So we're just using moving both arms at the same time, just kicking one leg at a time. You can slow this down for yourself. You don't have to go at my pace. Now we're going to change it up. We're going to do same arm, same leg, same arm, same leg, same arm, same leg. So same side. Do a couple of those. Notice if there's any decline, if this is kind of difficult for you, come back to both, kicking both legs out and kicking the arms back and forward. Now we're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg. Little different, little different. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Again, go slow as you need to. If you want to speed it up, and then go back to both arms. I had to think about that. When I first started doing this, I did actually have a little bit of a difficulty. Same side, same side, same side, same side, opposite arm, opposite leg. Again, it tricks you up a little bit. Simon says forward. Simon says same side, same leg and arm, same side. Simon says opposite arm, opposite leg. So I had to think about that. So the better you do this, the more often you do it, it gets easier. And it neurologically starts to reset the brain and wakes up the dormancy of this movement of proprioceptors. Simon says, just arms, just arms. Simon says, both arms and alternate legs. Simon says, both arm and leg one side at a time. Simon says, opposite arm, opposite leg. Simon says, both arms. And Simon says to stop. Decompress. Let's gather some of this energy. Let it permeate deep inside your brain cells, your body cells, kind of reorganizing the system for functional movement. We're going to do a couple more. Easy one here. Again, could be a little difficult. You can hold on to your chair if you need to. But we're just going to lift up the left knee. And then when you come forward, you come onto your heel toe. So this is actually how we should be walking. So you lift up the other knee and then release heel toe. Lift up the other knee, heel toe. We're going to bring it back. Back is toe heel. Toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. Come forward, heel toe, lift up that knee, heel toe, go back, toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. One more time, lift up that knee as high as you can, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, go back, toe heel, and toe heel. So when we walk, it should be toe heel. Where we get hung up sometimes, we're schlepping, we're not lifting that foot up or that knee up because we've lost that flexibility and also the strength to just lift the knee up. So, practice that, just lifting the knee up, bringing it back, lifting the knee up, stepping and bringing it back. You can do this holding onto a chair. You want to get that rhythm and that strength back into those legs. We'll do one more. And you do want to have a good stationary chair for this. You want to be able to sit and you want to be able to pop up. So we sit and we pop up. We sit and pop up. You sit and pop up. Sit and pop up. Now, if you're having a hard time with that, then you need to strengthen those thigh muscles a little bit more, and that will make a big difference. So you can do that. There's different ways of getting strength in legs. That's for another video. But these are just a few functional movements. Give them a try. Definitely use caution. Notice if there's any decline happening, and then you know where to go in to get that proprioceptors going and getting that functional movement really active. Thank you so much for joining me today and taking the time. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I send out a video every week. I try to every week on a different topic, of course, related to Qigong. And I also have a website. You can check out some of my classes, but I really appreciate you taking the time. I hope you have a great day, and namaste to all.